Environmental studies. Overview of model is learning objectives of model. Environmental studies EVS as curricular area, curricular expectation and learning outcomes in EVS. Resources strategies for teaching learning of EVS, scope and pedagogical dimension of the theme, water. Suggested activities for SRGs in EVS, feedback about teaching and learning of EVS by participants and suggested readings. Learning objectives of model is appreciating EVS as integrated curricular area at primary stage, relate its objectives with concept and issues included in the syllabus, locate the concept and issues in the textbook and be aware of different approaches to different transactions in the classroom. Plan and design the context need specific learning experience for children. Organize learning opportunities to engage all learners meaningfully. Use varied assessment strategies to map the learning progress against learning outcomes. Environmental studies as curricular area, subject from class 3 to 5, integrated perspective, brings together insight from science, social studies and environmental education for interrelated understanding to develop thematic approach. 6 themes: family, friends, food, shelter, water, things we make and do. Syllabus web moves outwards from a child's immediate surroundings, natural, social and cultural to wider environment, neighborhood and community at large. Curricular expectations in EVS. As per EVS curriculum, children are expected to acquire awareness about immediate wider surroundings of environment through lived experience on various themes. Nurture natural curiosity and creativity for immediate surroundings. Develop various processes, skills through interaction with immediate surroundings. Develop sensitivity for natural, physical, and human resources in immediate environment. Point out rise issues related to equality, justice, and respect for human dignity. Pedagogical process. Learning situation in context of children, considering their learning needs and styles, primacy to children's experience to connect these with school's knowledge. Active participation facilitate children to construct their own knowledge, to explore their existing ideas, build further upon them. A real world exposure to encounter various social situations, gender bias, marginalization, challenges of differently abled, natural concern, developing basic language skills, inclusive resource material, school environment and pedagogical process, varieties of approaches, strategies and resources to ensure that each learner get opportunity to observe, express, discuss, question, critically think, improve, analyze, involve use of multiple senses in individual and group setups in order to completely neglect the rote learning method. And these are the learning outcomes in EVS. Suggested pedagogical pressure learning outcomes. Learners may be provided opportunity in pairs, groups, individually and encourage and observe. A teacher observes the activity of the pupils. Next, a learner identify simple observable features, shape, color, texture of leaves, trunk and plants, as we do in SUPW, CCA, SUPW programs. Let us reflect: what pedagogy do I follow in teaching learning of EVS? What resource do I use? What do I go about in accessing learning? What strategy do I adopt to make my class inclusive? Resources and strategies for teaching learning of EVS: textbooks, supplementary books, e-resources, audio, video, interactive media, films, environment, project, discussion, experiment, exploration, surveys, interaction, storytelling, field visits, drawing, craft, quiz and any other. Some ideas: project, find out availability of water at the time of your grandparents and parents, compare it with the present situation. If there is a lake, well or step well near household, school, visit Why some people have very less water and others have plenty? What would you do if you do not get water for 2 days? Some ideas. Experiment what floats sinks, what dissolves does not. Surveys and interviews. Survey of school neighborhood for wastage of water. Interview of any farmer, mason, gardener, and drive another role play. Family, father, mother doing in household chores. A girl child who stays at home. Activity. Let us recite, sing a song, folk song related to water. Where did you learn this song? What was this occasion when people sang it? Are there the specific dances related to water? Name those. Activity. Have you seen the situation like this? Discuss about the situation. Scarcity of water method use picture reading, questioning, and discussion. What do you observe in these pictures? What is difficult to get right? Water. What are the problem faced with people due to water shortage? Have you ever faced shortage of water in your house? When what do you do instead of sitting? Starting and explaining the reason, the teacher needs to ask questions in such a way that the students share and learn from other response. Encourage all the students to participate in discussion. Assessment response given by the student to be analyzed. Keep their context in mind. By any unique response given by the student can be recorded. Anecdote can be used further by teacher can record how the students are observing, reasoning, respecting each other's ideas. Showing these pictures of scarcity of water and explaining concept about the scarcity of water. Think and share. If your family received only 2 buckets of water a day, how would you prioritize the work? Water availability, access and distribution. And this is the survey question, yes or no. What are the ways by which people get water in their houses? What kind of problems some of these people might face in getting water? And so on. Activity. Suggested different ways in which water can be saved, reused, recycled at school or home. You may present your suggestion in the form of poster, song, skit, drawing, slogan. Next, assessment rubric for survey to find the wastage of water and interview people to find the reason. Framing question. The teacher frame all the questions for the groups. Frame the questions. Teacher frame all the questions for the group. Frame questions with the support of teacher, and please frame most questions within the group. Next, collecting responses. Ask question with no effort to prove. Ask question with proving sometimes. Prove deeply and even add the new question during interaction. Recording information. Responses were information, not organized. Drawing conclusion. Cooperation. This is the survey to find some wastage of water and interview people. In order to reduce the wastage of water, we have to make a survey. Next, to ponder over list out the learning outcomes which might have been achieved through this activity we have done today. Learning outcomes targeted in the activities given in model. Identify the source of water, objective for storing water, describe need availability of water, use of water at home and surrounding, describe roles of family members in fetching the storing of water, record observation, experience information for objects, activity in different ways, and predict patterns in activity, group objects, substances which float or sink, soluble or insoluble according to differences, similarities using different sensors. Guess properties, conditions of phenomena, verifies simple tools, create drawing designs, models, maps, poems, and slogans, voices in social discriminatory practices, group activity, design a brief teaching experience in EVS for a particular topic in class, integrating content and pedagogy arrangement to achieve one or more learning outcomes. Next, designing an EVS lesson. Class theme topic learning aspect key concept process skills context what does child already know about the topic where does the child come from child's interest child style of learning learning objectives creating learning situation resource need assessment learning outcomes. Thank you for watching this my video.